welcome back to Thailand. How are you doing? It's True Luta here in Thailand. I hope you're doing well. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Thailand. Went out for my run this morning, swim a long way, and some yoga. Difficulty, beach was so packed today, for instance, I couldn't get any place to do my yoga. I need wet sand so I can dig my feet in, etc. And I couldn't do it. Anyway, so that's me. How are you doing? Well, got the usual distractions. You know me. Anyway, so welcome back to Thailand. Welcome back to me, friends. I hope you're doing well. It's Friday. What's it called? We've got Pep coming up today. We've got, for instance, team news, exactly. So, for instance, we're not playing until Sunday when I tit. And so for instance, I thought I'd just make a quick video, for instance, before doing my preview of Arsenal, the game against Arsenal on Sunday. I'll just do a daily video, for instance, and see what's some news over the last 24 hours. Any exciting news, any news about transfers, any news about anything, etc. But, and there has been news. As I say, Manchester City, every single day there's going to be news. I just can't keep on with it, For instance, I just wish it would just relax for 5 minutes ago. No. So anyway, but the big news yesterday which was exciting news. Which news again? For instance, I'm going to sit here and say I'm not surprised. I am not surprised, and it just shows you what kind of club we have at Manchester City. Why we are, and why we're not pat on the back. Why we're not actually, for instance, hailed as a fantastic club? Because the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that, for instance, we don't get the credit we deserve. We don't. We really don't. And the fact is, when Erling Haaland came out with his 9.5-year contract, it was like, oh, why? How come he's not going to Madrid? Isn't it? There's like ambition, isn't it? Whatever. He doesn't realise that he's happy at Manchester City. He can see his long-term future at Manchester City. He's come to this club and he's gone, wow, this club is looking after me. For instance, I've never felt better. I'm playing fantastic. I'm winning cups. My performance is getting better. But I'm also his personal life. His teammates, he's a good club teammates. The club looks after you, which is what the club does behind the scenes is brilliant, and that's what some people, the media, does something to grasp and understand, and they don't want to do so because it has to big up Man City. And the last thing you want to do is do that. So the fact that and he can see, why would I want to go to Spain? Why would I want to go to whatever? Because that's it, Spain really. So, for instance, he's getting paid a lot of money. For instance, but that's not the money's not the big thing. It's the fact that, for instance, he's committing his career at Manchester City because he's happy, he's settled, he's got a new lady now. They've got a child. He's with good friends, because they got on very well together, the players, and you can see that in the bonding and the training and the. What's it called? And for instance, you see it on the pitch and the way they talk to each other, etc. For instance, and I'm sure there's going to be differences, but overall they get on with each other very well. So, for instance, and that's the culture of the football club and the togetherness of the football club, and I've seen that for Man City now for a long time. So it no surprise me that Erling Haaland wants to spend a long time at Manchester City. And the next guy, for instance, to want to spend, I think he'll probably finish his career at Man City, is Kevin De Bruyne, and that's what we heard yesterday. His contract runs out in June, but he wants to stay at Manchester City now for the rest of his, for at least to extend his contract for at least another year. And and why? And people talk about, he's going to Saudi Arabia, he can get the money, he'll go to America, for instance, live over there, for instance. Now, maybe America. But what you don't seem to grasp and understand, a lot of people don't seem to grasp and understand, or don't even mention it. Even when I listen to JCG, or listen to Lewis, or listen to others, they don't say what is blatantly obvious. And what is blatantly obvious to me is the fact that the players have got families, right? And Kevin De Bruyne has got his families in schools in England. For instance, they've made friends. They're settled down. The biggest thing on Kevin De Bruyne's mind is his family. Okay, that's his number one, his family. Football career, yes, but what's it called? But it's his family, and he's not going to uproot his go down to Saudi Arabia to a different culture, taking his kids away from his friends and their friends and etc. And or go to America, for instance, just like that. If you can stay at me in Manchester, I know it's rainy in Manchester, I know it's cold and blah blah blah, and you get in the sunshine and blah blah. Blah. That is not always the case. And too many foreigners come over to Thailand for langs from Britain, especially come over to Britain and spend time in Thailand and they go, oh, sunshine, lovely, lovely, lovely. And after 6 months, they're going back to the UK because they missed the climate, they missed the rain. Go figure, So people spend all the time moaning about living in hot countries, and when they come out to a hot country, it's too hot. I want to go home. I don't kid you not, that's a massive thing in Thailand. It really is. It's surprising how many people go back to their own countries, etc., because they miss the climates, the seasons. They miss the autumn and the winter. To me, I don't. I don't give a shit. To me, I wake up in the morning, sunny, happy. So, for instance, and yeah, so and Kevin De Bruyne is not going to give up his family. He's take his reroute his family, and who've got friends and all kinds of stuff to move over to Saudi Arabia or to move over to America just like that. And if he's happy staying at Man City, and if he's happy staying with the club and everything, then, for instance, why not? Why not stay? Why not stay? But why not stay? Why not extend his contract? So, for instance, and that's what he wants to do. So, for instance, yeah, let him do it. So, what's it called? Congratulations. So, and I think, and people asking him, what's it called? He's too old. He's 34. That guy may be in his 30s, but what's it called? But he's still got it. He's still probably our most creative, player. And for instance, when he's on song and he can stay fit, and yes, we have fitness issues. But we should not just cast him aside, thinking just because he's 34 or whatever, he's just ridiculous. I think he's just nonsense. I think the man's got something to offer. Maybe he'll get an extra year, maybe years, whatever. But to me, for instance, what you need to do, and I think LB was saying the same thing, but I've been thinking for a long time, get Kevin De Bruyne in, extend him, stay him as long as possible, but bring in another person to replace him and let Kevin Bryan be his guide, whatever, be his mentor, and then move him over like Rodri was for Fernandinho's to Rodri, that kind of thing. So, and I think that's what you should do. Give him to the captain's armband. He's got the captain's armband now again. Is for instance, again, it is just where Kevin De Bruyne is. He's happy. He wants to be a captain. For instance, is me personally, and everybody wants to go Diaz as captain. But Kevin De Bruyne wants to be captain, and he's happy to be captain. There you go. It just shows you where he is. He wants to stay at the club. He wants to stay at Man City. He's happy to be the captain. He's happy to commit himself to the club. He wants to go to the FIFA. He wants to go to the World Cup, which was a bit of a shock. What's it called? The next World Cup with Belgium. That was a bit of a what the hell? He wants to play in the 2026 World Cup. But he's always been chilled about it, and I've seen him. I did an interview and said, "What about your contract?" And he went, "Yeah, whatever." And it's that kind of thing. So he's quite happy just to go into Man City, whatever sign, boom, 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 and he'll walk out again. He's quite happy. So, for instance, and that's something what's it called? The rival fans and rival clubs don't understand. What's it called? Manchester City players are very happy to play Man City and stay at Man City for a long time, 8, 10 years, etc. Easy, for instance. And the likes of Kyle Walker, etc., for instance, would have stayed if, for instance, things would have been different. But unfortunately, not. Anyway, good luck to Kyle, for instance. I hope you're doing well. What was interesting was it appears right any transfers. It appears that Man City is still looking for a central CDM before the window shuts. I think still got the options. Cambiasso and Douglas Luiz and Edison, for instance, is still talking about Edison, for instance, and he's still in the picture. So I thought Atlanta didn't want to sell him because they were in the Italian league for the Serie A. What's it called? But it appears that, for instance, that they've kind of like fallen off a little bit. So they're quite open to Edison now leaving. So and City, I know City are interested in. For instance, there's juries out with him. But there's also juries out with Cambiasso and the jury out with City fans, plus minus, and with Cambiasso for instance, Douglas Luiz. So yeah, but me personally, I think we should get Cambiasso. The reason why Cambiasso would be a good fit because he's not even always at CDM. He can play in that role. He's versatile. He also can play in the left back role and centre back role, and that is where we also need cover as well. So we can play with that play and that. So to me, that makes more of a viable option to get Cambiasso. 60 million quid or something that could do the deal. Whether for instance, JCG was saying about yesterday, for instance, he was saying how the fact the deal's done, the players agreed with the player, blah blah blah. It's all gone through. Lewis was saying something totally different. So because normally Lewis is saying, well, normally we have a chat with the player first. For instance, deal with get the personal bits and pieces out the door before we actually do the what you call it talks to the club. I thought I was tapping up, but it appears that now that's gone out of the way. But what's it called? But Lewis was saying that's not happened, but JC was saying something different. So, but who's right, who's wrong? I think there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more. I think it's just a chess game. I think it's just with Juventus, and I think we'll definitely get somebody. I hope it's Cambiasso. So what's it called? But I'll be quite happy with. And just an extra body, for instance, in City in midfield. And I think that will do us, and then we'll get top four, for instance. And yeah, Champions League. So it appears that what's it called? It was a surprise to I think myself and a lot of people how the fact that, for instance, City are registered Rodri, what's it called, in the Champions League. So, for instance, to come back, everybody expects it to be the New Year, the Super Cup before we can see Rodri's face. But he's a young man. Maybe he's fitter. Maybe his bones are stronger. So he's probably got back to his. He's probably. I know he's not putting boots on, but he's training. But maybe his ACL is not as bad as. So, for instance, but I just do think they should take his time with him. But if they're registering him as in the and we've got the places for them. That's the thing. We've got places available. And so if we can do that, do it. I've also registering Oscar Bob and Rico Lewis to the list, as well as the likes of what's it called, the new guys as well. So, for instance, Mamous, Reese, and Victor, for instance, and Kuznetsov to the thing as well. Any news? Any other news? News. Pep Guardiola has been nominated for manager of the month, and I think for what's called, he's in with Arteta, Howell, and Aronoba. For instance, I can't see him getting it, even though Man City are the form team of the Premier League. For instance, they're the top six. What's it called? So I'll probably go to Adoni Arolia, whatever. He's doing an amazing job there. For instance, yeah, Arteta, no way. No. Move away. So also Phil Foden also has been nominated for the Player of the Month. Can't see him getting it. Kobe Gakpo, Dean Hussein, Isaac Kuzaf, Phillips, Gene Phillips, Mateta, and Brian Pumbo was also been nominated. That could like Justin Clivert or Isaac could get it. Superb. Players that in the I keep watching that goal. What a beautiful goal by Savinio. What's it called? Absolutely superb. It appears that there were 42 passes in the build up to that goal. Absolutely beautiful. John Stones, that ball going over. God, John, please do whatever you can to stay fit because you're amazing. And moving on to that, because there was a debate, and the debate was who's our best what's it called? Who's our the best central defense? Okay, everybody's fit. So it was so there was options: Akanji, Stones, Diaz, or Guardiola. So, for instance, who do you? Was Stones, Diaz, Aki, Guardiola, or Aki, Diaz, Akanji, Aki, Diaz, Aki, and Guardiola. For instance, who would you be ideal back for? Me personally, I would go for Akanji, Diaz, Aki, and Guardiola, and moving Stones a little bit further up, to midfield. So for instance, like it's because I think he's I think he played a blind differences when he did that. So yeah, so that's what I would do. Anything else? Anything else? Any other news? Any other business? Any other business? Because we got Arsenal the weekend. I'm getting more and more confident about you guys. I am getting more and more confident we can do the job at Arsenal. Yeah, I really do. Their pitiful attempt to get a striker, Ollie Watkins. Ollie, do you fancy coming to Arsenal? And what day is it? What was it? The 30th of January. The bid was put in or something like that. And it's just pathetic. It really is. They've been screaming, what you want to call it, for a striker Arsenal, and what they do is go and leave it to the last minute. I know it's difficult getting players in, but if Man City can do it, it can be done. Where there's a will, there's a way. So yeah. Mateo Kovacic, for instance, on Man City's win, we are expected to better perform from ourselves, being higher in the in the Champions League table. But that's football. We haven't performed the way we wanted in the group stage. Now we're expected. Now we have a tougher draw than we expected, and we can't wait to play these games. So yeah. Just go Guardiola, for instance. I can tell that we are coming back, and hopefully we're coming back to see a different Manchester than what we have seen earlier in the season. And I feel that too. And I feel that, for instance, the Manchester City, I wouldn't say it was a quick fix. It was a kind of like a step back of the players. Because to win a Premier League title, to things like that, you've got to dig deep, and you've got to kind of like look at themselves and see where the problems are, identify them. Yes, there's been injuries and blah blah blah, but for instance, in getting new players in and giving players a rest, and just to shake things up a little bit. But it's not a massive surgery like some people think. Oh, we need to get rid of like 10 players. No, it's not. The players who came back on Wednesday, for instance, Thursday for me. To beat Bruges, etc. Did the business was the same players who basically we've been relying on most of the season. For instance, so none of the new players were in. Nothing. We just basically, but they played like the teams, like the old guard. All the 30-year-olds. They all played, whatever, and they got the job done. So what's the problem? Again, so for instance, the 30-year-olds can do the job. Kevin De Bruyne can do the job. And Jasko Devario can do the job. Okay. What was his name? Savino, made the difference. He just because it was just different. He came along and as something different, and that's what we've got in our squad now. We've got players who can change the games. Okay, we got a team who's got doing a low block. We've got players now who come along, wingers, for instance, who can change the game. For instance, Omar Moose is not going to be will assist Erling Haaland up front, change the game. The wingers can change the game. For instance, so if we're going to get the low block, etc., we got players to change the game. So, for instance, and that is what's good, and that's what changing things. But still, the players in the 30s, for instance, who everybody says, get him out, he's rubbish, can still do a job. They can still do a job, and will do a job, and I've got every confidence they'll do a job because they're winners, and they've done it before. They're winners. For instance, So, for instance, I'm trusting them, right? Not because I just trust in them. I trust in the players. I trust in Kevin De Bruyne. I trust in Guardiola. I trust in what's it called? What was his name? Ilkay, for instance. I trust them. They can do a job. They've done it before. So, for instance, and as long as there's a rotation, and when we got a big enough squad to rotate, we can still have a great season. I still believe that. And I think, for instance, people stop saying, we've got too many snowflakes at Man City. We've inquired them. Too many people who are entitled. And Man City needs to win every game and blah, blah, blah. It's not always the case. Okay, so for instance, and I trust the squad, I trust the players, and for instance, and we can do the job. You need a break on the injuries. Once we get that, and we get, for instance, and I want to see DS back, etc. What's called, then hopefully you can see him training today. Don't know, but I trust in the squad to get the job done. This is what we do. All right. We're in January now. We're in February. We're on a bit of a run. But we've had one defeat. We were 2-0 up, but we got defeat. In Paris. But apart from that, we won all our games. Okay. What is the problem? And now we got this big massive run now. And but again, I would be more nervous about playing Bournemouth this week than playing bloody Arsenal. Arsenal are just big in Arsenal. They're not great. They're not great. And listen to Arsenal fans at the moment, etc. They're not where we're going to stuff Man City. They're expected to do so, to win. I'm hoping that the Man City of that's in the beginning of the season, the October, November, Man City turn up. But I think, for instance, a different Man City will turn up, and I think we can get the result. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. So, for instance, if you get any comments, like and subscribe, tell me what you think. I'm going to do whatever I can to to increase this channel to get flies and meringue away from my face. I don't want these things flying up my nose. It bloody hurts. No, it's not hurts. You just kind of, and they come out through your mouth with the air. Oh, little tiny little things. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. It's True Blue Tie from Thailand. I'll be back with the Arsenal preview and why I think we're going to win the league. Beat Arsenal. Why I think. Because I think we need a bit more. Just true belief. True Blue Tie. True Blue. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Story Cat from Thailand. Take care.